So these are the key words to learn in the key stage unit of light. Now there's quite a few words on this one, right? So you need to engage your brain. Taken into a material. So if you take something in, you absorb. The angle between the incident ray and the normal line is the angle of incidence. Think about the diagrams that you did to do with reflection. The angle between the reflected ray and the normal line. Okay, so you got that there, you got that there, you got that going in. So there's your angle of incidence. That's the reflection. There's your angle of reflection. Bringing rays of light together is converging. A lens that produces converging rays of light, so that is then bringing light together, is convex. The transparent layer at the front of your eye, so there's your eye, this is then the front, light goes in. That part there, the very front, is your cornea. Reflection from a rough surface. So if you've got a rough surface like that and light is shining down, that is called diffuse reflection. The splitting up of a ray of light of mixed wavelength by refraction into its components, dispersion. The word to give out, like the word to take in was absorb, to give out is emit. A medical instrument of foreseeing inside the human body, okay, you can put it in your mouth, right up your nose or anywhere else that a camera can go, is called an endoscope. An organ of sight which focuses and detects light, easy peasy one, eye. A piece of material that allows some radiation through but that absorbs the rest. So what you could have a blue filter, right, and it allows certain colours through. That's a filter. The point at which the rays refracted by a convex lens across its produced in 1 second is the frequency, so that's the number of waves per second. The point from which rays of light entering the eye appear to have originated. Okay, so there's my eye, there's my tree that I'm looking at. That's the image, so the tree is then the image. The ray coming from a source of light, inverted and upside down, is the incident ray. The coloured part of the eye, so that's the front of the eye there, there's the pupil, the pretty coloured bit there, right, I'm going to do it blue eyes, that's the iris. The angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection, is the law of reflection. A device made of shaped glass for focusing light rays from an object to form an image. So think about your glasses or a lens. Something that gives out light is luminous. The material that affects light or sound by slowing it down or transferring the wave. Okay, so for example, glass is a medium that light travels through. An imaginary line at right angles to a surface where a light ray strikes it. So when I did my reflection before, okay, so light strikes it there, that line there, straight line there, is the normal. Objects that absorb, scatter or reflect light but do not allow any light to pass through, opaque, a bit like the glass in your window in your toilet at home. A paired sensory nerve that runs from each eye to the brain, opticians, all to do with eyes. Specialized cells that are sensitive to light, receptors, and they are photo, which means light. A simple camera made from a box with a small hole at the front. So it's usually like a shoe box and it has one little hole at the front and light shines through it. And what you do is you get your image at the back. Pinhole camera. Red, blue, green, art, primary colours. A triangular shaped piece of glass, so it looks like that, light shines on it. And what you can do is you can get a spectrum coming out of the far side. Prism. The hole in front of your eye where the light goes in, so the black bit at the front of your eye is your pupil. When light bounces off, when you're looking in the mirror, that's reflect. The ray that is reflected from the surface, okay, I've drawn this loads of times now, so incident ray comes in, the ray that comes off is the reflected ray. The change in direction of a ray or wave as a result of its change in speed, right? Often it will be like a glass block like that, where light goes in, it changes its speed, that should be a bit more angled, and then it comes out the other side, is refraction. The layer of light sensitive cells at the back of the eye, the retina. A band of colours produced when light is spread out by the prism, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, white light split up, spectrum. Objects that transmit light and you can see through them is transparent, like a glass window. A space where there is no matter is a vacuum. A vibration that transfers energy, or longitudinal, is a wave. Now there's a lot of words there, right, and some of the words are actually quite difficult, okay, but now what you've got to do is you've got to do, list all the words into a book, right, and try and get every single keyword right. Right, that's 37 words to learn, right? If you got them all right, you're amazing, right? If you didn't get them all right, you need to do it again. And if you did get them all right, do it again anyway, because you've got to make sure you can do it. Well done, that's the light topic done. So if you know those words, right, then you're amazing.